and welcome to round 9 of the 2018 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Hockenheim, Germany. My name is Brad Downton and I'll be joined today by Harry Westwood.
Guten Tag, ja.
Today then the drivers will tackle 67 laps of the famous Hockenheimring. It's the shorter version than we used to use, but it still produces fantastic racing. Elroy Wagner is the lap record holder from 2016. Nathaniel Powers, the defending race winner, is the only man to have won here twice, once in 2013 for Franklin and once last year for Downton. Let's take a look through the grid then for round 9 of the championship. It's Adrian Simon on pole position. Puccio Giordano lines up alongside him. There was very little between them qualifying. Both of them start on the medium tyres from the front row of the grid. Row 2, Ryota Yoshida, with his best ever qualifying performance, is on the hard tyres. He's alongside Nathaniel Powers, who starts on the mediums. Row 3 consists of the Dutchman Klaas van Snelhout, who's 5th for the second race in a row. He starts on the soft tyres and is the highest place of those. Alongside him, Enrique Ruiz, completing row 3. He's on the mediums. Row 4 and in 7th place is Alok Kanga. Kanga goes on the softs, as does Olin Inman alongside him in the Franklin. There were 3 tenths between these guys in qualifying as they complete row 4. Rounding out the top 10, we have James Vazquez, who's once again in 9th, seems to be his favourite position. He starts on the medium tyres. Will Hoskins completes the top 10. He will run on the hard tyres. Row 6 is the second Holmqvist of Timo Kinnaman. Kinnaman runs on the mediums for this one, and Carson Davenport is once again in 12th. Another solid performance from the Phoenix driver. He is on the mediums as well. 13th and 14th we have Sergio Alvarez, the second Phoenix, and Elroy Wagner. Both drivers there start on the hard tyre. Row 8, in 15th place we have Johan Halverson. Alongside him is his North Star teammate Judson Sykes. Halverson starts on the mediums. Sykes is on the softs for this one, will be looking to get a jump early on past his teammate. Row 9 is made up of Victor Osberg and Felix Perez. Osberg runs on the hard tyres. Perez will start on the mediums and run them throughout the race. Rounding out the top 20, in 19th Alexander Zolia, 2 firsts, nose to tail as well. Zolia is on the mediums. Behind him, Sebastian Voekelin. Voekelin is on the soft tyres for this race. Row 11, in 21st is Finn Schneider. Alongside him is AMR teammate Felix Bayer. Both the AMRs will run on the medium tyres. And on the back row of the grid, we have Jules Simon and his fellow countryman Jean Matson. Matson failed to set in time in qualifying. Matson will start on the hards, Jules Simon on the mediums. So, as we go down to the grid then, we have Adrian Simon on pole on the right. Puccio Giordano is alongside him on the left. It's a long hold, the lights go out now, we're racing in Germany. It's a great start from Simon from pole position, as Nathaniel Powers is already up and between the 2 ocelots. They head round turn 1. Oh, there's damage there. That's Powers and Yoshida tagged together. The 2 Franklins have scarpered through into 3rd and 4th. Kanga through as well, and that's a disastrous start for Downton then. Powers without a front wing, and it's blocked Klaas van Snelhout as well.
Jam damage is the worst kind of damage. But yeah, that was just very silly from Puccio Giordano.
That's Giordano without a front wing. Puccio Giordano without a front wing as well in second.
He set off the whole chain of events, I believe, by cutting across the first corner. Knocked his front wing off on the bollard, because those things are made of some pretty sturdy stuff, and forced his teammate wide, and then just, yeah, it was just carnage from there. But I could be wrong on that one. But it's a shame to see Powers getting caught up in all of that as well, losing his front wheel.
Oh, and we've got further carnage behind that.
Perez and Hoskins.
Yeah, that's Will Hoskins out of this race then, and well, Perez doesn't look too clever either.
There,
Sorry?
If they don't move within the next 40 seconds, even 30, they're gonna get smashed by Simon. So very
yeah, that's a fair point. They need to get cracking there. But yeah, that then is the championship leader without a front. That's Giordano.
You're Giordano.
But further behind, we have the championship leader without a front wing after the opening lap of this race, and as both Perez and Hoskins are now listed as retirements.
Yeah, so I guess unfortunately they would have done 2. That's very fast into the pit lane from Powers.
It was a bit, wasn't it? Both Powers and Giordano then pit at the end of the opening lap for a new front wing. Simon now leads from Ruiz and Inman. A fantastic start. That opened up beautifully for the Franklins.
It did, yeah. Also opened up fantastically for James Vasquez up into 5th position.
Yeah, very much so. A nice clean start there from the Colombian. Yoshida, quite how he's got away with damage, I don't know, but he's holding on there in 6th position on those hard tyres.
I'll tell you what though, Sergio Alvarez, I believe also on the hard tyres, up in 9th position, and Wagner up in the top 10.
Yeah, and that's Wagner that we jump on board with now on the hard tyres, running once again in that breast cancer awareness livery.
Yeah, pink. I mean, I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not.
I mean, you kind of are. It's primarily white.
Legally colourblind.
It is pink, yes.
Kinnaman's made up about 3-4 positions there, hasn't he?
Yeah, Kinnaman running 7th then, as at the end of lap 2, Adrian Simon sets the fastest lap and looks to scamper away from the field, but his teammate beats that then. Alar Kanga bearing down the Franklins. Kanga coming off the back
Yoshida
of...
the pits. Sorry to cut across you. I think Yoshida's taken some damage.
Yeah, no, quite right then. So, if we thought it was a bad start for Downton, it's an even worse start for Ocelot. From 2nd and 3rd on the grid then. Here we go, so this is a replay of the start. So yeah, Giordano was well over the inside, clattered the bollards, and that did the damage. Go on board with Powers then. What?
Here we go, here's Power.
So he was, so Powers was on the inside, and it just, I think the debris and everything that was left from Giordano launched the car as he hit the curve, and it just put him straight into the side of Yoshida.
Yeah, very clumsy starts from both the defending world champion. Oh, that's Hoskins out.
Well, yeah, we saw that at the start, but I mean, that was chaos for Hoskins, and he was lucky not to be collected by anyone else. Matson just avoided that. Yeah, I meant anyone else aside from Perez.
Little sector.
Yeah, we have, and Powers is some way behind Giordano. No, he was somewhere behind Giordano anyway.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah, very clumsy from Giordano, and I would say on some level Powers, but not as much, seeing as though I think he was just more unfortunate for the car to launch in such a manner. But they've both paid the price. They're down in 21st and 22nd, the last two of the 20th and 22nd. Basically.
No, 21st and 22nd. You were right first time round.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was. Well, yeah, Giordano and Powers just they've reaped what they sowed.
But Giordano has just pumped in the fastest lap of the race.
That's gay. You're gay. They should call him Puccio Giordano.
At least he's got some pace back there on the fresh rubber.
Yeah, true. Class Master Hyde, by the way, putting a lovely textbook move there on Tumo Kinnaman and moves up into 6th position.
I'm glad you spotted that. I missed it completely.
I believe Sykes was also challenging Osberg for 10th place, but couldn't quite pull it off.
Having said that though, you know, Class is on the soft tyres, so you'd kind of hope so.
Yeah. They'll burn up pretty quickly here, or it's a pretty lively track, I'd say. There's
it's a toasty 28 degrees.
It is, yeah. I'm already sat in a puddle, not because I'm sweating, but because I wet myself. But I'm also sweating. And yeah, it's not very comfortable conditions for the drivers today. Very warm for a European round.
Yeah, certainly is. As Alar Kanga then already right onto the back of the two Franklins.
He's going to have them, Bradley.
He'll definitely be looking to dispose of them pretty early on.
Yeah, so we're going to see DS Power versus Honda Power once again.
As Klaus Schnellheit then around the outside of James Vasquez at the hairpin. He's, well, I mean, that was never really going to work, was it? It was overly ambitious.
Absolutely, but we've got Sykes, wasn't overly ambitious at all, down the inside there of Osberg and moves himself up into the points.
Yeah, certainly great move there from Judson Sykes then. And is this the first time we've seen him running in the points all season? I'm sure he's done it at some point.
Yeah, but more or less Yes.
But I
In
think
terms
this
of,
is
like,
the
on
first
merit.
time we've legitimately seen him running points all season.
Yeah, provided that, you know, Hoskins, Yoshida, Giordano, Powers, Matson have all run into trouble.
Okay, yeah, so otherwise he'd be 15th, so this looks pretty poor at the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's okay. He's, at the end of the day, look at it this way, he's making the most of an opportunity that has presented itself.
He's 6 places ahead of his teammate.
Wow, that's setting the bar real high, Bradley.
Well, that's not bad seeing as he started 1 place behind him.
I would argue.
Sykes started 16th.
Fair play to the lad.
Let's here we go then.
As
This
there
is
we go.
Klaas van Snelheid on Hammers Vasquez down the inside. He's ahead before the corner, and that was textbook from the Dutchman.
And look at that. The temperatures have already gone up to 29. So the more these cars run on this circuit, the higher and higher those temperatures are going to get. Would you watch Schneider coming up to some heavy pressure from Sebastian Bockland there, but doesn't crack, doesn't force himself to go defensive and compromise his line.
Yeah, Schneider then with a fantastic start to be running in 13th for that AMR team.
As opposed to Bayer being down in 20th, having just been passed by Raivita Yoshida.
Yeah, Schneider even started 21st.
Oh, Yoshida's
I
dropping
think
back.
we might have a problem with Yoshida. Yeah, I was just going to say, he seems to be going again now. But yeah, he's dropped behind his teammate and he's lost a lot of time. Now, under pressure from Nathaniel Powers from the looks of the timing screen.
Yeah, he's lost about 10 seconds or so, I'd say. No, not 10 seconds. He's lost time, Bradley.
He has. As Giordano now all over Felix Baer then for 19th.
Yeah.
But
And
we're watching the train up front.
Yeah, something of a bit of a procession between second, third, and fourth place.
Stalemate, most
Just
definitely.
a bit. Yeah. So it's definitely going to be about. It's almost like a game of chicken here. It's about who blinks first in the pit stops, who blinks first in terms of making one.
Do you mean chess?
No, chicken. Why would you blink in chess?
Why would you not blink in chess?
So you can board at all times.
I'm not sure that's entirely necessary.
Giordano, who's now firmly made his way past Felix Baer for 19th position.
He
His Powers
has.
is getting very close now to Yoshida.
He is. How's Klaas do? What's the gap? I think we're going to have to keep an eye on that then. The gap between Simon up front and Klaas van Snelheid in fifth.
9.4 seconds.
Brilliant. I can see that at the moment.
Now it's 9.6, 7, 9.8,
Yeah, stop now.
9.9.
But obviously, Klaas running on the softer compound.
Well, the soft compound. Wagner is not letting Alvarez go. He wants that position. He smells an opportunity for a few points for Lopez there.
Yeah, and he's got a bit of a buffer between himself and Sykes now.
Yeah, so he's got enough room to have a go at actually attacking. Well, probably.
We have a
into the
yellow
head.
flag in the middle sector again. Sorry, Harry.
Oh,
But that's Kanga recovering. Kanga then has slipped to 7th.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Alar Kanga, who was on the back of Olin Inman for 3rd place, has lost, 3 positions and about 10 seconds.
You're right, Bradley. So it'd be interesting to see if we can get a replay of what happened there. But that more or less puts him out of contention.
Here we
for the
go.
win.
So, it's a late move down the inside of Inman. He caught the curve on the inside, and that was a rather silly error from Kanga.
Yeah, that was very clumsy. And why he backed into the gravel trap, I will never know.
Right, he just fancied a little bit of...
Sand and dirt.
No, I was
like
going
it.
to go for like some kind of, I don't know, he fancied playing with fire a bit, you know, and like, oh, will I get out of the gravel? I don't know.
I'm sure Arthur Lapierre and Robert Matheshaw will view it in the same jovial light as he might have done.
Yeah, I doubt it.
So yeah, now Al Kanga with all the work to do if he wants to get back into this V-Prix. First target in front of him is going to be Timo Kinnaman.
Yeah, I have to say, this has opened up absolutely beautifully for Franklin, hasn't it?
Just a bit, yeah.
With the exception of Adrian Simon up front, with a rather comfortable lead, and I mean, he continues to build it. It doesn't look like as though he's really pushing out there at the moment. With the exception of Simon, Franklin are kind of slightly uncontested. Because everyone around them keeps throwing themselves off the road.
They're just like keeping their shit together, and it's just making their lives really easy.
Yeah, it certainly is. As there was a little slide there from Yoshida then, as Powers looks to move himself out of last place, the pair of them having now caught Felix Bayer. Meanwhile, back up towards the front, Kanga is on the back of Kinnaman as he looks to make his recovery. Giordano, meanwhile, has got himself to 17th, past Matson. Matson really not making the progress we'd have expected.
And Pascal Simon as well. What a run that Kanga's got there, going through the parabolica down into the hairpin.
Surprised he didn't go for that.
Quite. No, I think he's just biding his time, finding out where Kinnaman's weak points are. He doesn't want to throw this race away by making a silly lunge. That said, though, I think a lunge might be coming on. Going to cut across the curb too much. Got away with that one. Kinnaman,
yeah, he certainly did. Kinnaman kept the place then.
Kanga still applying that pressure now, going into the arena section. What can he do here? Probably not much. It's a very tight piece of track, and the way the camber of the circuit works, you really need to be on that racing line if you want optimal grip.
Yeah, very much so. It's incredibly narrow in there as well, as Yoshida has made his way up to 20th past Felix Bayer, and next man up is Nathaniel Powers then to demote the Dutchman.
I don't think he's done it yet, Bradley.
No, I don't either.
The last time Powers was like running in last place?
Probably a while ago.
Back in his old Downton days.
I should imagine probably during 2016 at some point.
But Downton were the best that year.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, I know.
They were the best of the new teams, which is poor because they weren't a new team. Although I think they beat us a lot. Let me check. Keep an eye on the racing.
I will.
Yeah, we beat us a lot.
That's so good. Be so fucking proud of yourself. Alvara's there coming. No, that's Davenport coming under attack or attacking Zazoya.
Yeah, Schneider's stepped a couple of places now, hasn't he?
14th place. He's just carving his way through the field. This is a fantastic drive from the Italian.
Yeah, certainly is, and impressively though, he's not really any further time-wise ahead of Powers than he was.
No.
It'd be interesting to see, now that Powers has caught the traffic though, it'd be interesting to see whether the defending champion can make as easy a job of it as the Italian has done.
I would imagine he might find it slightly harder because we all know that the power unit in the back of that, as we see, Kanga makes that move nice and easy, round the outside, and goes up into the top 6 now, chasing down Vasquez. Yeah,
that was very easy for Kanga, wasn't it? He was ahead well before the corner.
Yeah, I think he figured out it'd be easier to just set himself up for it rather than challenge him into the braking zone.
As Giordano
Very
takes
smart driving there.
13th, no he doesn't. Davenport and Zazolia are now fighting over 12th.
Ooh, spicy.
Not sure what happened there. Sorry, you were saying about a power unit.
Yeah, I'm a unit.
Cool.
Now, we all know that like the engine that Ocelot have got is quite formidable. It's not the most drivable, but it's got buckets and buckets of horsepower.
Well, yeah, it's a V12.
You're a V12.
No.
Well, fair enough. You got me there.
Well, yeah, I don't think the DS Downton engine is too shabby.
It's terrible.
I mean, it's absolutely not. Yoshida's made his way past Jules Simon then. Into 19th position.
Yay.
Up front, Kanga closes in on Vasquez. Interestingly, Klaas van Snelheid has gained basically sod all time on Adrian Simon, despite being on the soft tyres compared to the mediums. This is looking really strong for Simon, as Davenport and Osberg go wheel to wheel. Giordano behind them disposes of Zazolia. Osberg holds on for now, but Davenport looking really quite feisty in this one at the moment.
Yes.
Thank you for your wonderful insightful input, as always. Powers is past Simon as well then.
Did I hear that right?
Powers is past Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jules Simon.
Oh yeah. I forgot there's two of them. One that's good and one that's not.
Yeah, one that's at the front and one that's at the back.
I thought you liked two in the front, one in the back.
Well, they only have two brothers, so bit difficult for that one. As Kanga now with a fantastic run on Vasquez as they come down into the hairpin. Not sure he's. I mean, there was a massive gap on the inside there. He really could have gone for that.
Yeah, it's really surprising. He's looking very hesitant coming back through the field, and if he wants to get back into this race and have a chance of getting on the podium, he's got to be far more decisive with these moves. He's got to decide before even the corner beforehand.
Yeah, here we go then. This is Davenport and Osberg. And has the Portuguese finally managed to move up into 11th? I think he has. And that was solid from Davenport. Giordano is next up then. I think he'll soon demote Davenport back to 12th.
It definitely wouldn't surprise me. He's in a slightly faster car.
Is he? Because apparently that Ocelot is only the 5th fastest, according to their team principal.
Of course, yeah, you're not wrong. You know, they're actually pretty terrible pace-wise. I don't know why Rai bashes on his team for being slow so much. Like, they're not slow. They're bloody quick.
I would probably put Ocelot at 2nd or 3rd quickest. On a jump, you look at qualifying as Kanga then around the outside of Hammers Vasquez, and I think that is going to be easy for the Estonian to move him back up into 5th place. And there we go then. Easy does it. As Giordano passed Osberg into 12th. Yeah, I don't know. You look at on average, the qualifying performance from that Ocelot is very, very strong. And you consider raw pace, I dare say they're 2nd quickest behind DS Mathshaw.
They could well be, but then, you know, you still can't rule out teams like Downton and Franklin for sure.
No, absolutely not. But I'd say, going on pure pace. Oh, as Powers looks up the inside of Yoshida there then, but, well, that's really not an overtaking place, so... Not sure what he was thinking with that one. As both Yoshida and Powers then have now disposed of Vokalin, the two Meteors running 20th and 21st ahead only of Felix Bayer. Lagging some way behind in this one is Bayer. Not sure if he's just struggling to find his feet. And what is only his 2nd race back?
I believe you could be correct, but we've got bloke person going wheel to wheel with Faggy McGee over there. Ow. Powers just getting round Yoshida there for 18th position.
Yeah, and up ahead of them, Matson going through past Finn Schneider then for 16th. Matson really not made the progress I'd have expected, despite being on the hard tyre.
Yeah, no, he's definitely been struggling, as we see now. Oh, we've got
Powers on Schneider.
Getting his... Yeah, but Schneider holds on for now.
Here we go then, we have our first pit stop. Into the pits is Klaas van Snelheid on the soft tyres from what was 4th place at the end of lap 16. So that is a painfully close 4-stop strategy.
16.
32, 64, 4 stop.
Oh yeah. That's still gonna, yeah, like you say, that's still not gonna be a very viable strategy, that's for sure, unless he can really put in the lap time.
If he could have got that down to, yeah, and he hasn't been putting in the lap time, as we pointed out. He's been no quicker than Simon up front. He's been catching the 2 Franklins, but nowhere near as much as you'd have expected.
No, unfortunately, I think that purely is because he would have been overworking his tyres, making those overtakes, and then trying to extract as much pace as possible. So, in doing that, he has probably been overworking the tyres just a little too much.
Yeah, he has fed nicely into some clean air, though, so it's an opportunity for him to drop the hammer now and really try and close that gap.
Yeah, and he's also got to hope that the thermal degradation will be as severe for everyone else as it has been for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Up front, though, Adrian Simon really running away with things. We have a yellow flag in the middle sector, and I think it might be Powers. He's dropped behind Yoshida, Schneider, Vauquelin, and Jules Simon.
Yeah, he has.
And there we see on screen, that is the defending world champion who's back down to 21st place and had only a Felix Bayer. All of his hard work undone. What caused it, though?
I'll bet he emulated Yoshida's mistake trying to get past Schneider, because Schneider's dropped back too. As Sykes pops in the pits now. Looks for a fresh set of boots.
Yeah, Sykes obviously also on the soft tyre. So, interestingly, those softs can do 17 laps, because that would only be a 3-stop for Judson Sykes if he could take 17 on each stint.
So, looks like maybe Klaas might have jumped the gun a bit there.
Yeah, but if he can extend his later stints, he might still be alright.
We will see, Bradley. We will see.
We will indeed. He's going to need it, although he is exceedingly quick on this fresh set of tyres. He's trimmed the gap by around 2.5 seconds already to Adrian Simon.
That is not bad, actually. That's pretty decent going, and he's not long going to be on the back of Timo Kinnaman.
Yeah, closing in rapidly on the back of the Finn.
Well, Klaas is definitely already in a net second. He's already managed that because when Ruiz and Inman pit, they are going to drop behind him. But if he can carry on catching up to Simon in such a manner, well, then...
Yeah, but as you say, he's got Klaas to take now. He has Kinnaman, and then not too long after, he'll have Vasquez to pass.
Yes.
And it's one thing getting ahead, but you then have to build a pit stop or two's gap.
Yeah, the odds are definitely not. They're definitely stacked up against.
Oh, Vauquelin now last.
Yeah, that's just because he's shit.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. To be fair, he was on the softs as well, so he's probably pitted.
Yeah, that looks about right, actually. I don't feel bad for what I said anyway.
So on screen then. What you going to do? Sorry.
I don't know. Carry on.
I was just saying, on screen then, that is Klaas van Snelheid on the back of Timo Kinnaman.
What tyres is the old Finn on?
He is on the mediums, I believe. Oh, Klaas looks at a move at the inside of turn 1. That was absolutely never going to work, and luckily he thinks better of it, but all over the back of the Finn, and desperate to try and make that move as quick as you can see clearly the tyre advantage he has.
Well, and probably the disadvantage. He seems just comfortably quicker.
Yeah, but look how he's struggling to keep with him in the... Well, not keep with him, but get anywhere near him down the straight there. The V12 in the back of that Holmquist? Is the Koenigsegg a V12? I've no idea. But either way, it's keeping the Downton at bay then, for the time being. And Klaas not able to make use of those fresher tyres. Adrian Simon continues to control things up front though. We have a yellow flag once again in the middle sector. It's gone. I didn't see anything noticeable on the timing screens. Yeah, Simon then really stretching away up at the front of the pack. He's had this one pretty much all to himself so far. As we approach 1/3 race distance.
That's like 3 parts through the race.
There we go. Klaas then finally passed Kinnaman enough into set. I dare say that extra lap also, I mean you can see it's costing me. The gap was briefly back over 26 seconds then between him and Adrian Simon. Further back, that is... Oh, that was Yoshida on Halverson then, sorry. So Yoshida up now into 13th place. As further back, Powers is making progress as well. He's passed, repassed Jules Simon and Finn Schneider and is up to 18th. Yoshida now only 2 places and 3 seconds behind his teammate. So strong recovery again as well for the Japanese driver. The 2 Ocelots looking as though they may well recover to points positions here, which would be a well, rather impressive feat after only 22 laps.
My apologies for my absence. I was just grabbing myself a cheeky bevy. And we've got Raivita Yoshida going down the inside of
Osberg. And I think Osberg's going to lose out to Halverson here as well. He poor exit there from turn...
And now Matson's got a run on him.
3?
That's turn 3, yeah. Well, now we're coming up to turn 5.
5? Yeah.
The hairpin after Parabon.
Is Matson going to do Halverson as well? Is that going to be a double overtake? It's beautiful from John Matson.
Oh, you cheeky Matson. I was going to call him a different word.
You're not going to call him anything. You're going to call him Matson.
Oh, as we've got Powers now diving down the inside. Lucky enough to lose the rear end there. The curve very much has a habit of unsettling the car through there, but
I do
Powers
wonder.
still anchored to the back in 18th position.
Oh, Powers throws it to the
brave.
inside. That was ragged from the world champion.
Yeah, he's starting to get frustrated. And I think where he's stuck in that dirty air again. I talked about it earlier with Klaas van Snelheid, but maybe that Downton might be the issue, that it's overworking its tyres this weekend.
Yeah, it does seem to be struggling when tucked up behind rivals.
Yeah, and we've seen that in some front-running cars before. But hopefully it's an issue that they'll be able to fix before the end of the race, or at least they'll be able to drive around. But we've got Powers once again looking to the inside of Zazolio. Zazolio defends around the outside of turn 2, which turns to the inside, but can't quite get the grip.
Yeah, Powers had the racing line there.
Yeah, he did. Powers is up in 17th.
Yeah, meanwhile the Ocelots are 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
And now closing in on Davenport for the final points position.
I think they might also be finding it a lot easier to overtake. Purely because of obviously their engine. You think getting past people, going into... Oh, as we've got... Yeah, that's Sykes.
Yeah, it is. Sykes in 16th place. Yeah, I definitely think you're right. Obviously, we know the Alfa Romeo is a pretty strong V12 unit.
Well, yeah, I mean, just look at their performance in France. A lot of people largely attributed that to their increased, well, their difference, I suppose, in horsepower to the rest of their rivals. But I guess we're also seeing proof of that here today.
Yeah, most definitely is. Vasquez then covers the outside line there. Nothing really Klaas can do, and he's going to be stuck behind the Ingram, surely for another lap, you'd imagine. And this is costing him time. He really didn't need this, Klaas van Snelheid.
No, it's
he dives up the inside of the Mercedes grandstand corner, but once again, nothing doing.
No, and now all he can do is hope to stay right, well, as close to Vasquez as he can, going through the stadium and across the line to start lap 25.
Yes, that's what he needs to do. There we see a beautiful move, Sykes past Osberg. And Powers trying to follow him through.
Yeah, he's done it. He's through.
Yep, he certainly has. He's clear now, and Powers up to 16th then.
Yeah. Very close racing there, though, from Osberg and Sykes.
Yeah, here we go then. As Klaas van Snelheid on Vasquez again. Will he do anything at turn 2? He's not going to dive up the inside, so he's surely got to take that run down the straight that's not straight.
Well,
Parabolica.
He needs to take it soon.
Yeah, here we go then. This is the run for Klaas van Snelheid. Draws level with the Ingram and through into 5th place.
Yeah, finally managed to get it done, set himself up going through turns 2 and 3, which is what the drivers really need to be doing, but some of them are risking that move down to turn 2, but it's not the wisest thing to do, to be honest. But
Powers in the pits then. Now that's an interesting one.
He's already pitted.
Yeah, Nathaniel Powers on the medium tyres. He pitted at the end of the opening lap. He's already pitted again. Either Downton are really chewing through their tyres, or he's been involved in another incident.
I mean, we didn't see any yellow flags come up, so it could be that the Downton is really just being hard on his tyres this afternoon.
Yeah, and that is absolutely not going to aid his recovery, one iota.
He's got AIDS?
Not what I said.
No, it's not even close to what you said, actually, is it?
No, not really.
You're gay.
Holland Inman then, still running, tucked up right under the rear wing of his teammate. You sense that Inman is the quicker of the two here.
Absolutely, he's keeping Ruiz, well, more than honest. Ruiz is...
He's practically pushing him.
He is. But then, mind you, they might just be pulling each other along.
Well, Ruiz is pulling Inman along.
Ruiz is pulling Inman off. No, not gonna dive. Not gonna.
No. Giordano up to 10th, then into the points.
Nice, smooth. Yeah, and looks like he's going to be right on the back of Elroy Wagner before very long.
Yeah, I have to say, 8th place.
There he is now. He is on the back of Elroy Wagner.
8th place for Giordano looks more than easy. As into the pits then comes Ruiz.
They are all going very quickly to this pit lane now. They must have been told by the team bosses, like, you can speed into it. Oh god.
Yeah, that's maximise entry as much as you can, isn't it? So, where will Ruiz feed out then in relation to Klaas van Snelheid? He's just behind him, but only just.
Yeah, didn't lose that much time then. And look how much pace Klaus was losing behind James Vasquez. Look at the gap between the two drivers now. 3 seconds nearly.
Yeah, in what? A lap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite considerable, isn't it?
Klaus come to rue that his hesitance there. But then he's been criticised in the past for rash moves and hot-headedness, so
He has.
I guess he's still trying to figure out his style.
Quite similar to another young Dutchman in a slightly different and much worse series.
Max Verstappen.
That's the one. Yeah, but look at the time he's taking out of Simon. No, the timing screen's just changed and it's back up to what it was. Ignore me.
Simon in the pits.
Yeah, there we go. Race leader then in for his first stop. Will Inman follow him in, or will Inman take? Inman has followed him in, so Simon retains the lead.
Yeah, be interesting to see if Inman has made the overcut work.
Kinnakang Kanga pits as well from third then. So where will?
The undercut is massive here. There goes Ruiz.
Is that Powers just pitted again? Yeah,
Looks
that's
that way.
Powers has just pitted a third time.
And he's now a lap down.
This is really not going well at all, is it? As Ruiz out of the pits. Oh, not quite. He's had a lap. Clean around the outside of Klaus van Schnellheid. Is this going to be easy for the Brazilian? It absolutely is. Wow.
Yeah, I think Klaus was just caught napping a bit there. Now Powers is, lap down.
No, Powers has gone for it. Up the inside of his teammate. Boys, what are you doing? As we've got...
Be more wary of
there's a front wing in the pit lane.
I wonder who it belongs to.
My guess would be that car stranded there. That one, Halverson.
Oh dear.
Also missing a wheel.
I reckon this will be related to someone speeding into the pit.
I reckon it'd be related to Halverson speeding into the pits. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I told you. Looks like he just panicked.
Yeah. He's been hit by Davenport. Davenport, as he exits his pit box, has hit Halverson and lost his front wing. And the Portuguese driver is going to be forced to pit again.
Should have just backed it up and come back round.
That's such a shame for Davenport. He was running so strongly. As Nathaniel Powers now putting his teammate under pressure to unlap himself. This
Klaus doesn't look like he was any easier on his tyres this stint. He's definitely struggling with tyre wear now. He will be pitting in the next, 3 laps or so?
Yeah, something like that. As you can see already by the gap that he's lost out to, I mean, admittedly he's at the end of his tyre life, but the gap he's lost out and the time that he's losing to Ruiz on what is essentially faster tyres. And Inman already now on the back of the pair. This is the race really not working for Downton here at all, is it?
It has not gone in their favour.
As Powers gets very sideways there around the final corner. Perhaps he'll be acting here as the buffer to Olin.
Yep.
Oh, Inman up and over the top of Nathaniel Powers, and that's gone very wrong there at turn 1. And surely, yeah, incredibly, both drivers continue.
Yeah. Wow.
What? Nathaniel Powers then, for the second, possibly third time in this race, due to the pit stops that were only a couple of laps apart, imagine there was damage there, is without a front wing.
Yeah, it's not a good day for Powers.
Well, when
Honestly,
you're having a bad day, you're really having a bad day, aren't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
It's almost laughable.
I'm not going to lie, he could have definitely avoided that by getting out of it earlier.
Yeah, he
He
could.
chose to
At
force
the
him
same time, Inman
onto
didn't
the
have to
inside
throw his
driver.
car over the top.
Didn't he though? I mean, these cars do go very quickly. There wasn't really a lot of other places he could go.
Oh, we've got a
he
yellow
could have
flag in the
slowed it
finals,
down a
and
bit.
they've come together
Oh.
again.
Again. Absolute goons. By this
What
point,
is going on?
by that point, Powers does really need to get out of Inman's way because he needs to remember he's a lap
He is a
car
lap
in this
down.
situation.
Yeah, that's well, it's allowed Kanga past the pair of them.
I think Alak Anger's just laughing all the way to the
Fourth place.
podium, pretty much.
Well, yeah, because you'd imagine he's easily. Is that Johan Helsen sat in the middle of the pit lane with no wheels?
I think you might be right.
What?
Oh, I love this series sometimes. Vasquez and Kinnaman look set for a fantastic battle here in 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yeah, they've. Well, I mean, if Franklin had benefited, obviously they haven't anymore with Inman forced into the pits along with Powers. Halverson's pitted as well. Oh no, yeah, never mind. Forgot about that one.
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah, so here we go then. So, well,
Okay.
Inman was clearly down the inside.
I actually would say that Powers did not leave him any space to go. Because if Powers had come down on the apex like
Inman
that,
was
when
ahead.
Yeah, but if Powers had taken his line like he intended,
So here we go then. So, that was an error from Powers. He just dropped it on the grass.
Yeah, and then just didn't get out of the way.
Well, that's probably payback. Like, yeah, you drove over the top of me. Yeah, that's been clumsy.
Like I say, Powers is an experienced driver. He knows that if he's a lap down, he needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, and let's be
So-
fair, in that Downton, he's had enough experience being a lap down.
He's had more than enough. But I'd say that's 6 and 1/2 dozen the other, because Inman, like you say,
Yeah, he
had a prime view of
Powers
what
should have
happened
let him
to
go on the straight, no question. But Inman was ahead into the corner. There was no need for him to cut it that much.
No. And he would have known that would have disastrous consequences because he had a prime view of it happening to Giordano up in front of him.
Well, he had a prime view of it happening to Powers at the start of the race. That was literally exactly what Nathaniel did himself. Admittedly, probably slightly more unsighted than it was by Giordano as he tagged the bollard and obliterated his front wing. As that's Yoshida passing Alvarez then for 7th. So Giordano must have pitted.
Wow. Maybe. I don't know, he's only like 8 seconds off where he
Klaas van Snelheid pits from 3rd. That is at the end of lap 32. This is going to be a 4th stop for Klaas van Snelheid. So,
it's a big old break for me.
is he going to get out ahead of Vasquez this time though? That is that's going to be kind of crucial, and
Yeah.
he is just about.
Now he's got to work very hard to make this strategy work.
Yeah, doesn't he just? I mean, he's half a minute behind the race leader with 2 stops still to go as opposed to 1, as Olin Inman sets the fastest lap.
Fair play.
Surely that will go
Steady.
to
Yeah,
class very shortly.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's in clear air.
At least you'd like to hope that would go to class. But the Downton hasn't looked particularly quick so far today.
Giordano, meanwhile, drives clean around the outside of Matson and lifts himself up to 10th position. As Inman once again has Powers for close company.
Is Powers going to let him go a bit easier this time?
Yep.
Nope.
No. This is childish now.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a bit of beef with Inman for some reason. I think he's through now, isn't he? Yeah. Not
I
clever
think
from Nathaniel.
No.
He's not in any kind of fight here whatsoever. There's no reason to be holding these guys up.
Yeah, see it getting to him so much, because obviously we saw he was losing his head a little bit earlier in the race, chucking up the inside going to stadium section. And yeah, with all that kind of petty squabbling over track position when he's a lap down, at the end of the day, when you've got a beef with the driver, you leave it off the track.
Yeah, knock their head off when you get out the car.
By all means, but unfortunately, when you're driving these extremely fast machines, you can't afford to have a personal vendetta against someone.
No, absolutely not. And yeah, as we say, Powers running last lap down. He, I think he needs. I think he's a very frustrated man in that cockpit, and I think you're seeing that in the errors. And he's going up the inside of Inman here to unlap himself again, and no, thinks better of it, but it's just frustrating to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's completely different from the world champion that we've seen
all season.
Last season. Yeah, all season, this season as well.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, when was the last time we saw Powers drive this badly? As he's now unlapped himself from him. I mean, if he wants to progress, that's the only way he's going to do it. But he needs to stop beating around the bush. If you're going to do it and floor it. Get clear.
Yeah, right now, all he's done is get past and get away.
Yeah, absolutely. As Sykes dives into the pits there. But yeah, so if this is Powers here, he's a lap behind the points.
Yikes. Well, and then some.
Yeah.
I suppose there's one driver worth mentioning actually in this train, and that's Jean Matson. He's and now he's letting him pass because he's had too many blue flags.
Is he?
He was until Inman unsettled the car.
Yeah, this must be frustrating for Inman.
Yeah, he's pretty much having his attempt at a comeback undone by a lapped car.
Yeah, very much. He throws it up the inside there, but you absolutely cannot overtake in this final sector. Unless someone has a severe mechanical issue.
Yeah. Other than that, it's just not happening. Yeah, back to Matson.
Yeah, Matson running on hard tyres, isn't he? I don't think they pitted yet.
No, they haven't. So they're going for a one-stop by this point, nearly. No, they are.
Oh yeah, they're well into one-stop territory. Which could work out rather nicely for Sergio Alvarez.
They could, yeah, up in 8th position and not really losing too much time to the guys around him on those tyres, which indicates to me that he's got them working very well. Matson has looked to be struggling a bit, but that is understandable. Obviously, he had no running in free practice because he had hydraulics issues, which continued then into qualifying, which caused him to start from the back of the grid.
Yeah, Matson completed a grand total of no laps here this weekend.
So they're running very limited information, which probably explains the hard tyre choice.
Well, yeah, all of their...
Giordano on the inside, Alvarez slams the door in his face.
Yeah, there was contact there, but impressively, both drivers held it really, really well.
As perfectly judged by Alvarez, Giordano reacted well.
Powers looks to try and unlap himself from Matson, but all he manages to do is let Inman back through.
Yeah, and I think Matson is now going to head into the pits. Yeah, he's taken that short inside line now. This is Inman's chance to get away from Daniel Powers.
Yeah, for them to split themselves up. They really are slowing down quite late, aren't they? Where's the blooming pit lane line?
There isn't one. It's just completely up to them.
Yeah, they just slow when they feel it necessary. I do hope no one's crossing the start of that pit lane. They might be obliterated.
Yeah, I'll say that would be it should be turned into like a puff of red mist. Here we go. What's Giordano going to do down into turn 5 here? Alvaro leaves the inside unmarked. No, yeah. Giordano doesn't go for the lunge. So clearly he's not confident on the brakes into the hairpin. Again, looking for a move in the high-speed corners, but Alvarez slams that door. He's going to have to find another one around the Argentinian.
Argentinian?
The
Argentinian. Or Argentine.
And he's upside again.
Oh, and
Alvarez
that's contact this time. And backwards, nearly into the gravel, goes Butcher Giordano.
I've got to say, I do feel like last lap when Giordano was trying that on, that was very much Alvarez's way of saying you're not getting through that way. Giordano should not have been trying that on again.
Yeah, Alvarez gave him a warning.
Yeah,
as Yoshida pits then as well for his first stop of the race, and Alvarez follows him in.
Yeah.
That looked like a slow low on the straight.
They're just naturally that way.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the top 7 comprises of 6 different teams.
Wow. That's an interesting fact, Bradley. Thank you.
Look at all the beautiful different colours we've got. White, red, orange, green, blue, yellow. As Powers unlaps himself from Inman and Wagner.
Powers, can you stop being such a cock? Now he's slowing down on purpose. This is actually... wow.
Yeah.
I would be stunned if he doesn't get a little chat with the stewards after this race, because that is appalling behaviour. You cannot be blocking people on the street.
We've seen much worse than this not penalised all season.
Yeah, that's true.
We've seen drivers plainly take one another out and not been penalised, so if he gets a penalty for this, it'll be absolutely disgusting. Class is just... Class was always 4th, never mind.
Yeah, because he had to make about 5,500 pit stops.
Yeah.
Inman, no. At least he learned.
Yeah, that's only because so many people have now gone over that curve on the inside, they flattened it out. It's no longer a jump.
Just been slicing it off as they go.
But there we go, Inman past Wagner, and Giordano follows him through. And Powers looks as though he's got a little bit up the road now, so hopefully these two might not find themselves crossing one another's paths again.
Yeah, hopefully. He's had enough of his little childish vendetta. Here we go.
I mean, in fairness, Alvarez really didn't leave him much room. And Giordano he had a wheel alongside, he was entitled to room.
It's just not somewhere you try and overtake, though, I'd say.
Admittedly, it's a stupid place to try and overtake. Very stupid.
I think Alvarez was probably also relying on Giordano actually getting out of it in the first place, so... But, yeah, I don't think that'll warrant any action, but I don't think Giordano's going to be too happy in that cockpit either.
And nor will their team boss Rye on the pit wall. I should imagine he will literally have steam coming out of his ears after the way this race has gone.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, they're right where they expected to be as the 5th fastest team, so... he can't really have a lot to complain about.
Well, in fact, they're doing better. Giordano's 8th, not 9th.
There we go.
So there we go, Rye. No complaints from you after this race.
He's exactly where he thinks he should be. Ooh, that was a very late jink to the inside there from Yoshida as he gets past Wagner for 9th position.
Yeah. And that's interesting. I don't think we've seen anyone overtake on the inside of the Parabolic Cup today so far.
First one.
Alarkanga then running in 3rd. He's closing on Ruiz, isn't he? Quite considerably.
Why do you think shipping lanes are called shipping lanes, not motorways?
Because they're lanes for shipping containers?
Yeah, motorways. like a motorway but for a boat. Even though the only actual boat is a submarine. The rest are ships.
So,
That's a shipping lane.
why is a runway called a runway?
Because the plane runs along it.
Yeah, but why is it not called a planeway?
No, that's not as good. You know, motorway, boataway rhymes. Motorway, plane away. Now you just clutching at straws, pal.
Touche.
Sort your life
Track
out.
temperature has dropped.
Yeah, that might help Klaas stretch his tyres that little bit further if he needs
I
to.
doubt it.
His pace hasn't been as good this stint. It's he's not been making too many gains really on Simon.
No, he seems pretty screwed, really, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think
Unfortunate.
fourth is as much as he can hope for here.
Unfortunately, the Downton car that was on the good strategy has thrown his race away, really.
Yeah. At least all of the, fingers crossed, all of the bad luck gone in one race.
You know that's not how it works.
I can hope.
Just look at Ruiz's entire start to the 2015 season.
Yeah, but he just had one significant piece of bad luck in every race.
That lasted for a long time.
Yeah, it did.
Oh well.
But that was, I suppose,
We'll
payback
see
for being
what
gifted the 2014 title. Karma.
Yeah, I would actually say that's fair enough. That's a fair enough statement.
So,
That's very
all
sweet.
but the
Oh.
top 10 then have now been lapped.
Hashtag yikes.
Yeah, this is dominating from Simon, isn't it? He's currently led all 42 laps.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that is actually pretty awesome.
If Adrian Simon can take the fastest lap, could this be the first ever Grand Slam that we've seen? I don't believe we've had one before.
We must have done.
I don't believe we have. The data
Adam Blocker
from...
and Ahmed Chima, get on it.
Yeah, well, it's difficult because we only had highlights of the races from the first two seasons, didn't we?
Yeah, true.
So they're slightly out the window. But since then, I don't believe anyone from 2015 onwards has taken the Grand Slam, where they've taken pole, won the race, set fastest lap, and led every lap along the way. Adrian Simon is 25 laps. Sorry.
I said now Wagner's been lapped. Adrian Simon is not slowing down.
No, yeah, crikey. Yeah, Simon.
Sorry, I am too.
No, it's alright. Simon is 25 laps and the fastest lap away from the what I'm going to call the first Grand Slam in Formula Virtual history.
He'd better get his arse in gear then.
Hadn't he just? Who holds fast lap at the moment? It's Inman, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Crikey, Kangol was very tepid around that first corner.
Huh?
Oh, we have a yellow flag in the final sector.
Klaas is losing a lot of time.
No. He is, isn't he? And there goes Vasquez. Oh, for crying out loud. Klaas van Snelheid then is in the wall at the final corner and out of the German V-Prix. And it looks as though Downton are going to score no points.
No,
So he's behind the two Meteors. Klaas gets on the curb, loses front wing, pulls in wide. And, well, I think once he's made the initial mistake, there was very little he could do there.
He was a passenger at that point. No, you're absolutely right. When you're bouncing up and down on the curb like that, you're never going to get the car slowed down. Obviously, front wing came off. He was going to have understeer galore. It's the greasy, dusty part of the track. Just very, very unfortunate there. Absolute heartbreak for Downton, and I've got to say I'm real sorry for him, man. That sucks.
This is gonna be, unless something really quite unbelievable happens, This is going to be the first race that we failed to score since Malaysia 2017.
Wow. Well, at least this race you've only had one driver retire, not both.
I mean, to be fair, the other one might as well have.
Yeah. He's not shown any signs of getting back to Bayer at all.
Right. Well,
Vasquez,
Vasquez is now 4th.
Him and Kinnaman are going to have a cracking fight for 4th place at the end of this race.
It's the championship league gone, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
Well,
With
DS Matthew running 1-3. And Kanga rapidly closing in on Ruiz. He's now just a second behind the Brazilian.
I can see him overtaking Ruiz, to be honest. He's pulled back a gap of about 10 seconds.
I can see a cheeky little undercut. They pitted on the same lap last time round? No, Ruiz pitted first, didn't he? It was Inman that pitted on the same lap as the two DS Matthews. Okay then. Maybe Kanga will have to do it on track.
Probably will. But I think he's got the car too. And he's been on form lately. I think he's got the mindset as well. This also means that Alvarez and Matson will score points. And Yoshida will score points regardless of what happened. Like, unless, of course, obviously, they...
Well, not necessarily. I mean. Okay, they've made their one stop, but you could have cars behind them that are much quicker. And even with an additional stop, might overtake them. Just saying. Yoshida as well. Yoshida's also on the hard tyres.
He was indeed, you're correct.
Yoshida could be on for quite a good result, actually. He's only a couple of seconds behind 6th place Inman.
Yeah, good point.
That could be a really, really solid recovery from Yoshida then. I'm not going to lie, this physically hurts not to see an orange block in amongst the top 10.
There's one in the top 20. I'm not helping.
No, you're not. It's like 2016 all over again. It's hideous.
What?
When we were just running at the back.
Yeah.
Kanga
but
then...
this way, it can never be as hideous. Oh, he is close to Ruiz, isn't he? I wasn't paying attention.
No, you weren't. He's very close. He's within a couple of tenths now.
Me. Well, what tyres is Vasquez on? Mediums. Okay.
Is he? Is that what the data says?
Yeah. Well, I've seen him on mediums as well this race. I just remembered, so.
Ruiz stuck behind a bit of traffic at the moment. And that's, well, that's got to be Sykes, hasn't it?
Yeah, that is Sykes, I think, and he's bulked Ruiz massively.
I don't know.
And also, it does have to be Sykes.
Oh, careful, LR! That was a little too close.
He did well to hang on there. Now that, unfortunately, has given Ruiz a bit of breathing room, but if Alas had the pace advantage all race, then he might still be able to claw this one back yet.
Yeah, but look how much time he's lost. He's over a second now behind Ruiz again. Because we have a yellow flag in the middle sector. It's gone as quickly as it appeared.
Look at the time he's made up in just that hairpin, though. He is so much more confident on the brakes.
Yeah, Kanga, I mean, he is on a real run of form at the moment, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I do worry, if Alar Kanga could sort his qualifying out and get himself on the front row, onto pole position, He could literally be unstoppable.
Absolutely.
That Stonian has so much potential. His racecraft is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. But I reckon on the same token, he might actually draw some of his performance from the motivation of having to go forward.
Yeah, that's very possible. You know, I suppose it could be that we've got a yellow flag in the final sector.
We definitely do have a yellow
Davenport's
flag.
just lost a couple of places, I believe.
What a soy boy.
I think he's just slipped behind the two Meteors. But yeah, I mean that's entirely possible. We could find Kanga starting at the front of a race and sort of sat there on pole position going, oh shite, what do I do now? Oh, is he going to use Alvarez to do Ruiz? The wheel to wheel then, into the hairpin then, a la Kanga. Kanga has the inside line, Kanga takes second place.
That makes it a DS Mathasure 1-2. Unless Ruiz has anything to say about Kanga's... that was fantastically read by Kanga though. Ruiz made the mistake of diving down to the inside line. Had to back out of it a little bit because he was slightly squeezed by Alvarez. And Kanga saw the opportunity and just went clean around the outside of the pair of them.
I don't think Ruiz has any answers, to be honest.
No, you can see now in the dirty air, he's sliding all around. He's got no grip now.
Absolutely. I have to say, that was, once again, we seem to be getting a few of these, but that was a beautiful Ricardo Zonta moment, wasn't it?
A beautiful what, sorry?
Ricardo Zonta moment.
Who's he?
Where Hockenheim and Schumacher went either side of him in Belgium.
Oh, yeah. That was decent. Oh, I see the reference. Yeah, that was a beautiful...
It was like a perfect replica, and we get so many of them in this series.
Giordano always in front of Inman.
I don't believe he was, no.
Well, he is now.
Yeah, and Yoshida's right on his tail as well.
It's going to be a big old yikes from me, dog.
I think... I mean, do we need any further proof that the Ocelot's quicker than the Franklin? Admittedly, Inman probably not the best example. But, as we have a yellow flag in the first sector, but it's gone, and it's back, and it's gone again. It's like the hokey cokey, this, isn't it? In, out, in, out.
Oh, the yellow flag.
And it's out now, and
Kinnaman lost about 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, about 3 seconds.
The problem with everyone being a lap down is we can't see who's losing time.
Near.
I think it's Davenport. Davenport's fallen behind Powers. Oh, and that's definitely Davenport. That's a heavy shunt for the Phoenix driver.
That's just debris strewn all over the track. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what he's done. So it wasn't particular. I think he got a wallop from behind as well then once he was in the middle of the track. So yeah, caught the curb on the inside, lost it, spun into the inside wall, and got a whack from Kinnaman. Was that Kinnaman's wheel?
Time as well.
No, Kinnaman, that's a broken front wing.
Yeah, that would explain his lost time as well. So, oh dear, we've been robbed of a right good battle between Vasquez and Kinnaman. And
I mean, there was like 3 seconds between them anyway. And Kinga.
Can you just get his name right once?
Apparently not. Tumo wasn't really closing.
No, he wasn't, was he?
Let's be fair.
Won't be now. How many laps of did the medium tyres go in the first?
I don't know. Obviously, that is Kinnaman into the pits then for a new front wing. Now, intriguingly, where is he going to filter out in terms of Yoshida? Because Yoshida is not going to have to pit again.
Yoshida's gone.
No, he hasn't.
I'm just kidding.
Although he will now. Yeah. Oh, Kinnaman's going to be well behind him.
Probably going to fall behind Matson and Alvarez.
I don't know. I think they're quite a bit further back.
They're way far back. Well, there's Giordano anyway. He's just chilling.
Kinnaman not massively far behind them. If he's got the pace, he might be able to do Yoshida, but the car's so much slower, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, that Ocelot is like lightning compared to the living Hongquist.
Yeah, Hogfist were a bit of a letdown this season at the moment, I think.
Yeah, massively. I think from winter testing we were all expecting more.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at them, they've got arguably the second or third strongest driver lineup collectively on the entire grid, behind obviously, I'd say Simon and Kanga and Powers and Klaas.
You'd put Hoskins and Kinnaman behind Simon and Kanga?
Yeah, I genuinely would.
Wow. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I think there will be a lot of people in the paddock that would.
I mean, the way I see it, Simon, proven world champion. Yes, he did beat a rookie teammate, but he still is a world champion by rights. You cannot take that away from him.
Absolutely.
Kanga, he has proven time and again that even though he's not the best in qualifying, he gets the job done in the race. Look at him, look at his form lately. He's just been driving that car like an absolute madman. Compare that to Kinnaman, who's won a couple of V-Prix, but really, when Westwood had the fastest car in the paddock, and Hoskins, yeah, he probably did deserve to win the championship in 2014. But for me, he's never been the same caliber of driver since he was robbed of that championship. If you ask me, you know, for like Hoskins and Kinnaman around 2014-15, I would definitely put them above Simon and Kanga, because Simon was kind of still finding his feet at that point. But
And Kanga was in FV3.
I mean on Kanga currently. Don't be a silly goose. I'll dick slap you. Oh. But yeah, it definitely is close between the pair of them though. But Downton do far and away have the strongest driver lineup.
You wouldn't have said that reflection of this race.
Everyone has off days.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I mean, you know,
both of my drivers decided to come at the same time. Although that's Klaas's third retirement of the season in 9 races.
Yeah.
That's the same number as Kanga. That's the same number as Kanga. Oh, Adrian Simon then. Simon dives into the pits. So, if Kanga pits as well, which he is, okay, so Simon is going to hold the lead then.
Unbelievable. It's going very slow. Oh, he's just come out the...
Yeah,
line.
He's already made it stop. He's on his way out. That's
There
how
goes-
far ahead he is. I wonder if Ruiz is Yeah, is Ruiz going to undercut Kanga here?
No, he's not. Kanga. It's going to be close.
It's going to be very
Kanga's
close.
got track
Ruiz is
position.
going to have the pace around turn 1. He's going to be rapidly closing as they head towards turn 2. I think Kanga's done enough to hold on to second.
Yeah, Kanga has, yeah. Ruiz was going to be desperately hoping for a better run out of turn 1, like you mentioned, but by the time Kanga got up to speed, there just wasn't anything Ruiz could do. They tried their best with the undercut, but it looks to me like they didn't actually gain a lot of ground with it.
Yeah, I think DS Mathishaw nailed that right though. I don't think they'd have wanted to leave it another lap.
Absolutely not, no. And that will comfortably take them through to the finish now.
Yeah, very much so. And it should mean Adrian Simon with a 9-second lead. I mean, touch wood, I hope nothing goes wrong for him. If he can hold on, he'll have led every lap of this race. Now that's something you don't see every day.
No, that is that's impressive. That's a scale of dominance we've rarely seen in this series, even from last year's Downton or
yeah, but that's because they kept taking the lead off of one another.
Yeah, that was pretty funny to watch. There goes Giordano out behind Alvarez, but only just.
So that means Giordano had slipped behind Yoshida before the pit stops.
Yeah, he was in 8th.
Yeah, but he was ahead because he passed Inman first. So what happened there then? Do we reckon that was a mistake from Giordano at some point?
Maybe. Giordano's got to have Alvarez here.
Yep.
He just gobbled him up going through the parabolica and just seals the deal into turn 5.
Yeah, that was easy as you like.
Am I the only one that misses into the barrier saying he's gobbled him up when he overtakes someone?
Oh,
big moment from Matt there.
Yeah, as Adrian Simon laps the 8th place car.
Will you just chill out? Like, come on, Adrian.
There's just 6 cars still running that Simon has not lapped.
You are correct.
Well, no, I'm correct.
And I think we'll
7
probably
minus
back
1,
him.
it's not difficult.
Yeah, it is. It's quick maths. I can't do it.
That's incredible.
I
This
would
is
probably
sun
reckon
dry.
Simon's going to lap. But Simon just hasn't put a foot wrong all race.
You watch, he's going to bin it with like 3 laps to go now.
You wish.
Well,
What a podium run.
it would save our championship lead, but you don't want to see a drive of this quality be thrown away. That's
No.
Zazolia then pitting from 12th.
Oh,
This
I
has
like
been
that.
a fantastic run from Zazolia as well. I mean, that car should not be 12th.
No, not really.
Although, having said that, all he's got behind him, Wagner, who has had a plethora of problems, likewise Powers, the 2 Meteors, the 2 AMRs.
Just to, that's James Vasquez in the pits for his final stop.
Oh yeah,
But
where's he
also-
going to feedback out in relation to it? I think he had about a 30-second advantage, didn't he?
He did. He's going to be in the middle of nowhere. Giordano, though.
No, it wasn't quite
is,
that much. But he's still got, a solid 7 seconds back to Inman. So Vasquez looks on for another solid 4th place finish.
Yeah.
He's pulling him out, isn't he? Kanga closed on Simon. I'm
yeah,
sure that gap was 9 seconds.
it was. Simon got held up by that back mark.
Got ya.
Sure. Giordano made his way past John Matson up into 8th. Probably not too far from Kinnaman by this point. Actually, yeah, he's got to be at least 10 seconds off. Probably 12.
Well, yeah, Giordano a lap down. Yeah.
Alvarez goes defensive. Don't know why. No,
No, that's Alvarez lapping Wagner.
that's embarrassing.
And
Why is
now-
Wagner so far behind?
I don't know. Wagner must have been involved in some kind of incident. As
Had to.
Powers is past Schneider.
Wow, now he's only 3rd from last.
Yeah, all right.
Comeback is on, ladies and gents.
What's he got? He's got 10 laps. Come on, he can win this. Well, no, he has 11
Jules
laps.
decided- Not if he's been lapped, he doesn't. Goon.
Well, he's got 11 laps till the finish. If he were to go the full race distance, he's in the pits. Never mind.
Oh, that was the heartbreak there, Bradley. Let me tell you, that was one of my favourite things I've heard all day. Just the added despair. Hey, at least he's not last.
Hey, Inman's pitted with him. They're now together again, nearly.
This is not good.
Oh.
Inman did not lose a lot of time. Him and Giordano are probably set for a bit of a ding dong. Hey, bit of a spicy scrap. Oh, stop.
Please. Simon might lap Inman here as well.
He will. There's no doubt in my
He's
mind.
already pulled the gap back out over Kanga by a second, so I don't think there's any threat there.
Nah. I just really want to see Simon get that fastest lap.
Yeah, same. Why isn't he pushing? I should imagine the team probably haven't told him.
Yeah, no. I mean, why is
You
he
wouldn't,
pushing?
would you?
He's lapped everyone up to 8th place. He's leading by like 8-9 seconds.
From his
You tell your driver
teammate
to go-
in a 1-2 position for the second time in 3 races.
Yeah, very good point.
And they would have had a 1-2 last time out as well, wouldn't they, in Austria? Were it not for the weather.
Yeah, that was one hell of an interesting dynamic. Felt kind of bad for them there.
Yeah, when Simon decided to pit every lap.
Over and over and over. I'll get the right tyres eventually.
Yeah.
Look, Simon's extended the gap by about a second. Phenomenal driving from the Frenchman.
There have been some very good drives in this race. There have been some really not good drives in this race. But
Powers.
damn class.
Class. Oh, shit, that's always going to be on the internet now.
Yeah. Class
I think
wasn't
he did
brilliant.
perform decently, but he ended up being more a victim of circumstance, I think, more than his own shortcomings.
Well, it was his error that put him in the wall.
True. But any other lockup will just kind of send you a bit wide. His just set him off the curve, bounced down. It was 1 in a million.
Yeah, I suppose it was a bit unfortunate, but it was an error.
Yeah, both the Downton boys are going to have to definitely rethink their approach, I think, as Simon was very cautious going into turn 1.
I think they're both going to be sacked for a race.
Who, Simon and Powers and Class?
Yeah.
Be interesting if they were. Wouldn't be a very Downton move. They'll take us all the way back.
It'd be a Downton 13 style move.
Yeah. That was a wild season.
It was. However, we don't have 2 drivers to replace them, so. Well, I tell you what, I'll reserve Sam Hudson can drive one car and I'll drive the other.
I don't think that's allowed.
I can't do any worse.
Yeah, you got me there. I was trying to think of an argument for that, but just look at the way Simon's driving, though. He's so cool. He's in the zone. He knows exactly where his line is.
It's poetic, isn't it? Ruiz is all on his Todd in 3rd place.
Who's Todd? Why does Ruiz own a person called Todd?
He has him in the cockpit.
Oh no.
How do you think
Inman's closing in now on
motivated?
Timo Kinnaman. That's a good point, just the occasional gobby.
No, I meant it's Ruiz's lucky charm. It's a little fluffy bear.
You're a fluffy bear.
I'm not.
Fat prick.
I mean, that's harsh.
Yeah, I don't know why I...
Oh look, Powers and Inman
Sorry,
are nose to tail again.
Oh good, this is what we always like seeing.
Well, I mean, it has gone a bit stagnant in the last few laps, hasn't it? So they might as well come together again. I mean, what's it going to cost Nathaniel? 17th place. Oh no. Oh, he's passed Bayer.
Yay.
And that's Giordano right on the back of Inman as well. Isn't it? No, it can't. No, it can't be because Giordano's been lapped and Inman hasn't. No, it's Bayer behind Inman. Sorry.
Oh, being lapped. Inman probably won't be lapped by this point, to be honest.
No, I'm not sure he will actually.
That will hold him up again.
Which is entirely possible. Oh, here we go again. Inman down the inside. Is Powers going to let him go this time? He is.
Yeah, but he's going to try and have him into turn 2. Watch this.
Yeah, go on, back up the inside. Go on. No. I think he's given up.
Probably.
He's probably been instructed.
Inman now with...
Yeah,
more than likely from the team. I was just going to say Inman now is free to start applying the pressure to Timo Kinnaman, who's on much older tyres in a much slower car. Inman has got the run, going into turn 5. He's going to make a move. Jinx to the inside. Last minute move. Kinnaman just doesn't have an answer for it. No grip on that outside line on the marbles.
Or on the hard tyres
that
he's on.
In the big place.
No, he's not. He's on mediums, isn't he?
Ha. Now
Is Powers going to go for it as well? Is he going to hit him? No, he doesn't. I'm impressed.
Very nicely done. Except the fact the Powers is still technically in the way, but whatever.
Yeah,
Inman now is just gone like the wind.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? I think Powers has probably been told to back it off by the team because they don't have any more front wings.
To leave him alone.
You know, I mean, what have we gone through with, what, 4, 5 this race?
Yes.
I'm fairly sure we didn't even bring that many.
Was that Simon in the back of the shot there when we were looking at Inman, Kinnaman, Powers and Bayer?
Possibly, I'm not sure. This race has gone so badly for us at taking up drinking.
Well, it is a healthy habit. What else can I say?
Well, bugger, I'm out of drink.
Go get another one, mate.
Nah, there's only 4 laps left.
Already on board with Alvarez now, clearly in cruise control.
Yeah, in 10th place. Well, I mean, you've got Sykes behind him, and let's be fair, from how he's performed so far this season, Sykes isn't really going to be much of a threat, is he?
Almost certainly not, I would argue. Oh.
Oh, what?
I reached into my cookie bag. to pull out
Oh, we
a whole
have a
cookie to
potential
get
overtake.
proton, but
Surely
that'll
not
happen.
in the final sector. Wow.
No. Yeah, Zizolia. No, Voklam. No.
Who is that? Oh, that must be someone lapping Wagner.
More than likely.
Well, that makes it less impressive.
That is Simon.
Yeah, that's
There's
Simon
Bayer.
closing in on Bayer.
I think this will be the first time in Powell's career he gets lapped twice.
I don't think he'll be lapped twice.
I hope he is. Be funny.
No. Please. Please, no.
So, we play Jaws music, but slightly altered so that we don't get slapped with a copyright thing.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Is that any good?
Yeah, works for me.
Cool. I'm not going any further with that, though.
Good idea. Oh. Mm.
No, he's got Kinnaman anyway. I don't think Simon's going to get anywhere near Powers the second time. Probably just as well, to be honest. I mean, you know, Powers has been a little bit lethal this race, hasn't he?
Yeah, I'll say he's been.
It's better going to come back at Adrian Simon here. Ooh, that was close. Crikey, Adrian.
reckless. But again, Simon just judged that perfectly.
Yeah. He is losing a bit of time to Kanga here though, but I don't think he'll particularly mind. He's still got a solid advantage.
Little do you know he's actually shitting himself.
Oh my god, the gap's under 7 seconds. Whatever will I do? But in a French accent, obviously.
Bow out Ernest Hemingway style.
Well, we got 3 laps to go here. Then it's I mean, it's not been a thriller by any means, has it? It's been a half decent race.
Yeah, made better by my cookies.
Which you're not sharing, and I'm incredibly disappointed with.
Damn right I'm not sharing.
It's just mean though, isn't it?
Well, I did some gross things to get these cookies. Is that Wagner about to be lapped for a 3rd time? It is.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? Yep, there we go. Well, at least he
Oh,
moved
dear.
out of the way. Although,
Yeah,
probably
the
because he's
fans
used to
take
being
note.
lapped by now, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, at least the Downton boys got
Oh,
going.
that was close.
Yeah, big moment there.
I think that's Giordano. Oh, and that's Wagner with that front wing.
And
I
he's just got
wonder
smoke
if
from
there
that
was
stuff.
contact.
Maybe.
He's not
They
even going to
carried on.
bother pitting. It's just Wagner's just gone, nah, forget it. I've had enough.
They should just retire him, save the engine a bit.
Yeah, I would. How was his 16th?
Wow.
Wonders will never cease. Meanwhile, Kinnaman looks as though he's coming under pressure from a bloody meteor.
No, he's just gone past him.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Wagner
wow.
Did make contact.
Yeah, with a brake marker board made of fun. And the front wing
What a goof.
still folded underneath the car.
They are designed to do that.
Not hitting a foam marker board. Kanga's down to 6 seconds behind Simon now. Simon really
Yeah.
is being held up in this traffic, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just too or too late for the Estonian.
Yeah, who, let's not forget, is going for his third win in 3 races. He's only got a lap and a corner or two to do it, so I don't think it's going to happen. But oh, I'm not going to lie, my heart stopped just then.
Yeah, Simon again, perfectly judged.
No, not for that reason. I was seeing a class moment all over again.
Oh yeah, so
Simon out on that curb as he lapped his brother. That would have been a story, wouldn't it?
That's going to make the roast on Sunday a bit awkward.
Would it very much could have done. Simon now then with just over half a lap to go. It's really been, I don't know how many times we can say it, but it's been a sublime performance.
Sublime, you say?
Absolutely.
He's been faultless.
Is he going to lap Kinnaman?
Yeah.
He's really close. Surely Kinnaman's going to be getting blue flags.
Probably safer to ignore him at this point.
Yeah, possibly, and it also then gives him, I would say it gives him a shot at Inman, but he's 5 seconds behind, so it really doesn't. Adrian Simon then, he's dominated this one from the start. He's led every single lap. Adrian Simon rounds the final corner and wins in Germany. No, not Klaas French now, he's absolutely nowhere. Alar Kanga is going to take second for a DS Mathenshaw 1-2. It's their second in 3 races, and well, Kanga now has 2 wins in the second place from the last 3 races. Ruiz completes the podium once again. He likewise has been a fixture on the podium for the last 3 races, and we now wait, well, quite a while for James Vasquez to finish in 4th.
Another man who's put in a stunning drive. He, again, hasn't put a foot wrong, capitalised on others' mistakes, and big winner here today.
Yeah, undoubtedly.
Well, that's Simon, but...
Likewise, Yoshida, a recovery to 5th. That's seriously impressive.
I would probably say a seat is still under threat.
Well, yeah, I mean, for a team that are only 5th fastest.
Yeah, 5th is terrible.
Yeah, not what I was getting at.
Oh.
But yeah, this man that we're on board with, I don't think there are enough superlatives to describe his drive today. How much made 5 stops in here? Jesus Christ. But Adrian Simon is the winner of the 2018 German V-Prix. So it's a 3rd win in a row then for DS Mathenshaw, and their second 1-2 in 3 races. This time, however, it's Adrian Simon leading the way, Alar Kanga second, Enrique Ruiz completes the podium. Fantastic drives from James Vasquez and Ryota Yoshida in 4th and 5th. And Judson Sykes disappointingly just outside the points, the highest runner on the soft tyres, just behind Alvarez, who picks up his 2nd point of the season. It was fastest lap to Olin Inman. In the Drivers' Championship then, that poor result from Nathaniel Powers is, well, it's quite crucial at the top. Adrian Simon now heads the standings by 11 points from Powers. Alar Kanga's great run of results has put him up to 4th, and he is now well in championship contention. Slightly further down, Vasquez gained places as well, as did Yoshida, both of them past Jon Matson. Finn Schneider moved up to 17th past Johan Halvorsen, and Judson Sykes, 11th place, saw him as now the highest of the non-scorers. In the Constructors' Championship, there's been very little movement, but there has been one crucial change. At the top of the standings, DS Mathenshaw are now back ahead of Downton. The gap is 7 points between 2 of them. Franklin 3rd, 71 behind. Ocelot, 104 off the lead. But that's all from our race here today at Hockenheim. So from both me and Harry, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 10 from Orahoba, Poton, Slovakia.